What's up everybody, today we're going to be testing Pacific Drive on an RX 6600 GPU paired with a Ryzen 5 3600 and 16GB of DDR4 3200MHz RAM. And let's go over the settings first. I've not yet played the game, so I've just installed it on my PC. This is full screen mode 1080p, VSync is turned off, motion blur is turned off, TXA is the method that we are using, and we're using ultra settings, everything to the max. The settings which were not at the max were mirror resolution scale, which defaulted to like medium or something like that. So I actually made it ultras. Alright, so we're at maximum settings. Let's get into the game now. Alright guys, so we are into the game now, and we're starting to play it. This is just my guy going ahead and checking out some papers and stuff. And the voice is too high. Let me just lower down the volume a little bit. And looks like we're driving. I don't know how to change the camera or stuff and go to third person view with this car, but looks like we're getting into the 40s, and the graphics in my opinion don't look that very good. I would say they're like pixel style graphics, not realistic style, which you expect from other games. And mirror quality, as you can see on the left, it looks quite clear, and the backgrounds look pretty clear. In this case we're getting like 30 FPS, so let's start counting the frames again. And we're getting max GPU usage right now, as you guys can see, like 100% GPU usage. And this game is totally GPU bound, so see the toggle wipers, and I can actually turn them on and off. Alright, I don't know if the textures have been loaded with the game or not, because I'm at ultra settings and the road kind of looks bland. There are not much textures on the road except for these water puddles, which also don't look very good. What the heck, why was my car not turning? Alright, getting into the 40s now, and looking at different stuff and different things. Maybe we can get out of the car in this game. I don't know if we can. I've not found any kind of upscaling in this game natively present, so we're just gonna try different settings afterwards. Alright, so I don't know what the purpose of this this drive is currently, but it's telling us just to drive on this road, and I'm doing that. And while driving we're getting it was a drop into the 20s just now, so that was not pretty good. And also, as you guys can see, the stutters, it's made our 1%, 0.1% lows pretty bad. We're getting 36 FPS average, which for a racing game I wouldn't say it's very good. I wouldn't say. Z to toggle headlights. Alright, so now we're turning on headlights, and yeah, still I would say the graphics don't look very good. Although in the tunnels we're getting higher FPS, as you guys can see, getting into the 70s. Yeah, and outside it's like half the frame rate. What the heck is going on with this? Okay, dropping into the 20s again, so this is not very good. I'm gonna just try to move ahead from this area, and let's try to find something else. Okay, alright guys, so this sandy area kind of has like the lowest frame rate that I could see, and I wanted to show it to you guys. So it's like 26 25 FPS I could see there, and the averages have also dropped due to that. As you guys can see, we're at 35 now. So yeah, this is not very good. Very good performance in my opinion, coming from a game like looking like this. I don't know if the graphics have been if the textures have been loaded already or not. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with this, with the texture loading and stuff in this game. Okay, what the heck? Alright, so I am just being sucked into this portal and stuff, and we're traveling now. Wow, a space traveling car racing game. That's kind of weird. Okay, so we are in the Olympic exclusion zone. So shift is to sprint. I cannot talk today. What the heck is going on? So we're getting into the 30s still, so I would say 30 FPS is quite consistent with ultra settings. So what I'm going to do now is, as I told you guys already while we were just talking at the start of the video, that this game came out, this had default graphics like this. Okay, it was not fully maxed out, so I'm gonna try with this. And a motion blur, I'm just gonna keep it at 0, and let's apply this video settings. Yeah, okay, so it looks like changing those settings gave us about 5 to 6 FPS more. Let's start counting the frames again, and let's see if that has actually fixed the stutters, because previously we were getting a lot of stutters too. So yeah, getting 36 37 FPS consistently, and I don't see much stuttering now, at least. I don't know where we're supposed to go. Okay, control to crouch. Like usual in many games it's like control, but the textures don't look very good. Space to jump. 36 37 38 FPS, 35 sometimes. F to kick. Okay, did I see my kick there? No, I think I don't have any limbs. Okay, hello, someone out there. Hello, could have sworn. Never mind. Okay, there's a car here. I think we're supposed to get into this car and go now. Put the wheel back on. Where the heck is the wheel? Okay, here it is. Alright, we picked up the wheel. Let's install this. Alright, the wheel is installed, guys. Let's get into the car. Let's try and start it up. E-turn on. Wipers. Lights on. Put the car in drive. Alright guys, so we are back into the car. We're started to drive the car and getting about 45 FPS now average in this area. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the settings here, and for that purpose, let's see if there are any presets in this game. It doesn't seem like it. There are no presets currently available, so we're gonna try to apply high settings manually. Alright, so as you guys can see, we're applying high settings to everything. And this is already high, and let's keep these settings on for now. Okay, so seems like going from almost ultra settings to high, we are now like 2 to 3 FPS more only. So not much of an increase going from ultra to high, going from almost ultra to high. So it seems like those settings the game was actually defaulting to were far less intensive than the settings that we maxed out when we started testing in this video. Right, so we're getting like 51 FPS now. I would still prefer to have 60 FPS in this game minimum in order to enjoy the game's racing and stuff. I don't know what the key is for going into the rear view of the car. Let's see if we have controls here. Siphon fuel. Check the trunk for a fuel can. So it seems like our car is... Okay, where the heck is it? Okay, fuel can was stuck. So guys, we're getting like into the 60s now, which is pretty good. And yeah, so let's get out the fuel from this car, and we're gonna try to put it in our own car. I don't know if the fuel that we're getting out of this car is okay now, because it could have rotten or something like that, or it could have evaporated, which usually happens when you leave the fuel inside cars for a long time. Okay, so yeah, getting into the 70s now, which is pretty good. And let's get back into the car and let's start driving it. What the heck is this going on? Okay, so also dropping into the lower 50s, guys, sometimes, but it's still very fine. I would say that the game is performing pretty good. At least for this game, I would say that more than 50 FPS to 60 FPS is fine. So high settings is the way to go at 1080p at ultra settings. There is also, again, there is no option for using FSR or DLSS in this game as far as I can see. Maybe there is an option for DLSS which you get with NVIDIA GPUs only, but for FSR I cannot see any option. Alright, so let's go ahead now into the settings again, and let's turn it to medium now. Okay, let's go to medium. It's a very good thing that the settings change on the fly, and you're not required to go ahead and restart the game always, because many games require you to do that. So let's go to medium. Okay, medium sounds like this. Medium, and yeah, so the settings have already been applied. We're at medium settings now, going to the 70s, which is pretty nice to see. And as you guys can see, going to the 60s also sometime, and maybe I would say it's gonna stay above 70 now always. Alright, as averages at least. Okay, well, this road is pretty, now it's slipping a lot. Yeah, that's not very good. Let's now go ahead and why do we get damaged when we reach in that blue zone stuff? I think that is killing us or something. Okay, let's try and move forward, and that I can see in the rear view camera, rear view mirror, sorry, that yellow stuff is chasing us. So maybe if we don't drive, we might die. I don't know. Yeah, so getting okay, I just dropped the frame rate just dropped into the 20s now. Get inside. I'm trying to get inside. Do I need to get inside with the car? No. Seems like I have to get inside with only myself. Alright, so getting into the 65 FPS, 70 FPS average, as I already told you, which is pretty nice for a game like this. And yeah, so let's go ahead now and turn the settings to low. Alright guys, we have applied low settings on all of these, and I'm gonna turn off these two just to see the frame rate, which maximum we can get. What is the maximum that we can get in this game? So yeah, I've applied everything to the lowest. Let's get back into the game. And oh, the game started to look pretty bad, and as you guys can see now, we're still at 80s. So it seems like it's kind of a CPU bottleneck now, which is not very good. And yeah, now I would recommend you guys to go ahead and use high settings for this game, because that is gonna be the best performance to quality ratio, right? So that's gonna look pretty good and also perform very good. Alright guys, so I think this was just a short video today, just to give you guys an idea of how this game is gonna run on your systems, and what you guys should be using. In my opinion, you guys should be using high settings with everything to the high and 1080p resolution, alright, with TXA. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.